Hello again, welcome to a new week. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. You're the real MVP. But if you're new to my channel, hello, my name is Grace, but you can call me Gracie, and I am on a journey to grow 22 inches of hair. Yes, you heard right, girl. I want them inches. So I will be using different products and techniques that I will hopefully be able to incorporate into my usual hair care routine so that I can reach that goal sooner rather than later. So if that's something you're interested in, then please do consider subscribing and of course hitting that notification bell so you know every time I upload. And while you're there, why not follow me on my other social media accounts, which should appear somewhere around me right now. And if at any point during my hair growth journey you do decide to use one of the products or techniques that I'm using, then please go ahead and use this hashtag Gracie Crew Growth Journey so that I know that you are one of us. So with that being said, let's get into this video. Okay, my lovelies, as the title of the video says, today we're going to be talking about scalp health. Okay, so obviously, as the name says, we do not need to define it because we already know, obviously, as it said, scalp health, it's all about the health of your scalp. But first, we're going to go into why should you take care of your scalp? Why is it so important, you know? So the reason why we need to take care of our scalp is obviously our hair grows from the follicles within our scalps. So if we do not take care of our scalps, what happens? Probably the ability of our scalps and our follicles to, you know, grow those lengths of hair that we want, grow that healthy hair, that strong hair, that hair that doesn't break, that doesn't just snap, or hair that is not damaged, because you can grow weak hair depending on the health of your scalp. And there are other conditions that contribute to just generally not having the best hair that you could have. So it's important to take care of your scalp. A healthy scalp equals to a much healthier head of hair. Obviously, there are other things we need to do along our journey of taking care of our hair, but definitely taking care of our scalps is something that we need to do, okay? Now we're going to go into how do we take care of our scalps. So the fortunate thing about scalp health is that it doesn't involve too many elements. I would say there are two things you need to mainly consider when it comes to the health. Sorry, let me just make sure I'm, in the right place. Yeah, so there are two main things that you need to make sure you're doing when it comes to the health of your scalp. Is you need to understand how your scalp behaves. Now, the needs of our scalps are slightly different to what our hair needs. The main things our scalps needs are to be clean, so you need to make sure that you are washing your scalp, not just your hair, but make sure that as you're washing on your wash day, start by washing your scalp. That is why let me just grab it. Actually, let me grab it. Okay, we're back. So you need something like this in your arsenal of tools. It doesn't matter how small it is, because obviously on wash day we don't need a whole lot of shampoo to use. So if you can get a bottle like this with a nozzle like this will help you get to your scalp. So whenever you're washing your hair, do not neglect your scalp. Actually, a lot of people are now educating us to say when you're washing your hair, start from your scalp and then let the shampoo run down to the rest of your hair, because our scalps are prone to product buildup. And the problem with that is the more that you let that get worse and worse and worse, it's going to block your pores. So you need to make sure that you wash your hair so that your scalp is clean, it's healthy, it's not blocked by anything, and you're good to go. The second thing is you need to keep your scalp moisturized. Now, of course, we know that our scalp produces its own oils, which is an oil called sebum, but sometimes due to various factors, maybe it's just the way you are, maybe there's a certain condition you have, maybe because of the environment, you know, the changes in weather and different other factors. Sometimes the amount of sebum we produce is not exactly enough to keep our scalps feeling, you know, soft. Well, not necessarily soft, but feeling moisturized and prevent them from getting dry. So that is why it's important to oil your scalp as well. Now the thing with our scalps is they do not need heavy oils. So that would include things like coconut oil, grease, shea butter, mango butter, those very, very thick oils that act as sealants on our hair. Our scalp does not need that, because remember, it has follicles in it. So in order for those hair strands, sorry, I was making sure those terms were correct. In order for those hair strands to be able to shoot out of the follicle, there needs to be space. It can't be blocked by anything. That is actually even how ingrown hairs come about. So you can also get those bumps on your head by using, you know, these products that we use as sealants. So avoid at all costs using sealants on your scalp. Instead, use very light oils that the same way they can penetrate on your skin and they don't stay on your skin, you would want to use such type of oils on your hair. And the good thing is you don't even need to use a huge amount when it comes to oiling your scalp, unlike when we are perhaps sealing our hair or doing whatever it is we need to do when it comes to oiling our hair. It's different with our scalp. Our scalp generally needs quite a small amount of oiling, and for our scalps, for some people they can go a whole week without needing to oil their scalps. For some people it's just twice a week, and I would say the same. Twice a week is generally okay. You don't need to do it every single day, otherwise you're gonna wake up with a very oily scalp, and we don't want that either. So that is on the how to take care of your scalp. The third thing actually I would add before I go into our third point is make sure you pay attention to what irritates your scalp. For example, I discovered that my scalp hates coconut oil. I do not know why. My hair loves products that have coconut oil in it, but I cannot use coconut oil directly on my scalp. Shea butter, I haven't had any issues. Like, for example, maybe if I am sealing in moisture in my hair, sometimes a little bit of the oil will get onto my scalp. I usually haven't had any irritations with that, but so far I've discovered that I definitely need to avoid anything that is excessively heavy or coconut oil. So I lean towards very, very light oils when it comes to what I apply on my scalp. So you need to do the same. Pay attention to what causes flakes in your scalp, what causes irritations, maybe types of hairstyles that pull on your hair and cause pimples or some type of irritation. For some people, they discovered they are allergic to like synthetic materials, which is unfortunately what they use to make braids, so they have to wash the braids before they use them. So pay attention to those things as well, so you know what to avoid, but also pay attention to what your scalp accepts, so you know what to give your scalp. Like, okay, my scalp likes water, which I think everyone's scalp likes water, so that's also another thing. And another bonus point is I learned from a YouTuber called CynDolls. I will put it somewhere on the screen. She talked about oil cleansing, and she talks about cell turnover. So you can head over to her channel and check out her info about that. She's a cosmetologist, so she knows more than I do, and I think you'll find her information very helpful. And she talks about how, you know, because our scalp acts like our skin, it does shed, you know, dead cells, so they need to be removed. And she talked about doing, you know, oil cleansing every once in a while to help remove those dead cells and to just help her scalp stay healthy. So yeah, I will leave a link to her video talking about cell turnover and oil cleansing in the description box, so be sure to watch that so you can understand what that is all about. So that is on how to take care of your scalp, and I think that's basically the main 2 points we can talk about. I think the last one I would put is the health of your body definitely contributes to the health of your scalp. So what we eat internally, how we take care of our bodies, definitely affects the health of our scalps. Obviously, there are conditions that even though you are healthy everywhere else, maybe it's just your scalp that's, you know, she's trying to be bougie, she's trying to do her own thing. Yes, there are instances like that. However, very much so, what we eat, what we drink affects our scalps. So for example, if you're not drinking enough water, obviously your hair is probably prone to be dry compared to someone that is very hydrated and eating healthy. And that's simply because when it comes to how our bodies work, our body works by directing nutrients and water to the most important organs and systems first before, you know, distributing them to various other cells in our body. So our body is focused on what's the most important one. They're the ones that are going to get the VIP treatment, and then if we have enough to distribute to the others, then it does that. So if you're not taking enough water, you're not eating the right amounts of food, the right amounts of nutrients, what your body is going to do is, because it knows that the most important organs need them, it's going to redirect all those little nutrients to those organs. And unfortunately, what happens is your hair and your scalp is going to suffer for that. That's why you notice that there are some times where you can definitely tell, actually most times you can tell when someone is not feeling well. You start to notice that either their hair is falling off, it looks dry, it looks dull, their skin looks, you know, dry as well. So it's one of the signs to people who are in the medical field that this is definitely someone that there's some type of deficiency or something going on in the body. So make sure that if it's not something that is specifically a condition that affects your scalp and it's out of your control as to how your scalp is affected, make sure you're drinking your water, and I mean excessive amounts of water. You would rather have to go to the bathroom a few more times, you know, than usual, than deprive your body of the water and the nutrients that it needs. So make sure you stay hydrated, girl. Make sure you're eating your veggies and you're taking in enough food. That way your body has enough nutrients, has enough water to direct to all parts of your body, not just your scalp and your hair, but all parts of your body. And I think that will be it for our tip of the week today, which is scalp health. If I have not answered anything that you might be curious about, of course, as always, make sure you leave your comment in the description box and I will be sure to do my best to answer you. If not, I would direct you to someone that I think could help you out. But thank you for watching my video for this week. I hope you check out my second 21-day challenge and to see what I'm gonna be using for the next 21 days and what my plan is. Do check that out. But I hope you have a blessed day and a blessed week. I will see you in my next video. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed, okay? See, I even had to start it for you. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed so you can join me on this journey. I'm sure you'd love to see if I will reach my goal, right? I know I will, but I'm sure you'd love to see what will work and what won't work. So yeah, see you next week. Bye.